Because I had one of the hardest jobs, on Sundays. Each and every time on Wednesday, game planning, the top of game planning, I knew exactly what it was. The other 10 players on the defense knew exactly what it was. It was going to be a heavyweight bout between me and their number one receiver.
You go, boy.
Whoa. Hey, this a vibe, nigga. Whoa. Woo. Secure the bag, I need more. Hey, 3P, Jordan. Whoa. Woo. I can't keep it on a low. This a whole vibe. I don't need a plug, no cosign. Thinking out loud, that's a gold mine. Mask on, yeah, COVID-19. Baby mama, yeah, looking like Rihanna. Rest in peace to George, rest in peace Brianna. Still kicking like Van Damme with my niggas in Amsterdam.
You see this face?
You go,
you
boy.
See that face? Sports talk, and it's not just sports talk, but Patrick Peterson is here. Patrick Peterson is here. Woo! We have Brian McFadden, we have Michael Lombardi, we have Adnan Berg, we have Joe Beningo. Patrick Peterson is here, baby. Sports talk, U-Goboy Podcast. Let's go, baby. Yes. It's about that time. You see this face, you see that face, you know what time it is. Give me a couple drops, just a few. We got a special guest. Skip this casualties. Let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne.
Yes.
We've got future Hall of Famer Patrick Peterson is in the building. Pat P, what's up, dog?
What up, baby? How you doing?
It's like I just saw you yesterday.
I know, right?
Yes, for those who are living under a rock, your boy is a full-time producer for All Things Covered with this lovely, handsome man right here, as well as Brian McFadden, two of the biggest names in sports media. But Brian McFadden stepped on; he pulled up last week. Now Pat P pulls up to complete the double dip. Thanks again, Pat P, for pulling up, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
No doubt.
Then I went over to Blanchard High School, where pretty much my entire family went. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, my uncles, my aunts. So everyone pretty much came through the Blanchard High bloodline. Then I went off to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to LSU, where I pretty much, I can proudly say started BBU. The first Jim Thorpe award winner there, and all.
Light flex.
Yeah. and then after that, the Lord blessed me to be picked in the top 5 to the Arizona Cardinals. Was blessed to play 10 years there. Where I was named, all decade player.
Light flex, talk your talk, light flex, all decade, like it's just regular.
8 straight Pro Bowls. And I had a great run there in Arizona that pretty much helped me become a household name. Then I had an opportunity to go over to Minnesota, play 2 amazing seasons there. One of my most memorable seasons was my last season in Minnesota. That was definitely a heart attack type of season. Each and every Sunday, winning games by 3 points, by the last drive, in overtime, coming back from 33 down. And I'll never forget. And then last year in 2013, playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the most storied franchises in the game that we all love to watch and play. What a great opportunity I had to spend, with the Rooney family, Coach Tomlin, Coach TA, my old college coach Grady Brown, who is a defensive back coach now at Pittsburgh and was last year. So it was that's where it started, and this is where we are right now.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Give me some Ric Flairs, man. Give me some Ric Flairs, my main man. Line them up. Patrick Peterson is in the building. Mongo, ask away, man, to the go.
So Patrick, you told us where it started in terms of where it ended up. You played some safety last year at the end of the year, correct? You had to step in there.
Yeah.
Was that something, looking back, you're like, man, I wish I had done that sooner? Was that mega different? Talk to me about being a safety all of a sudden.
Man, I definitely, it's something that I wouldn't have even, thought about early on in my career. Just understanding the way that the game is going, how teams are kind of constructing their team with youth, and speed, so I felt like, at some point, if I want to continue to play at a high level, it may become time for a position change. But I still feel like I can keep up with those young guys last year, and I just feel like I always been one of those players that you can plug and play anywhere. And I just thank the Pittsburgh Steelers for giving me that opportunity because that is something I wanted to do, throughout my NFL career, just to be able to showcase the talents that I have elsewhere.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Pat P is in the building. Half of all things covered here on the U-Goboy Podcast, live from Bravery Studios. Me, Mongo, Pat P, all that good stuff. So, Pat P, let's talk about the corners in your era. Like, you played in a golden era. Round of applause for the corners in your that played around your time. I'm talking about the Darrell Beavises of the world. I'm talking about Champ Baileys of the world. And the Richard Shermans of the world. Talk about the other corners that played with you, and how do you feel about them and their game and how it compares to yours?
I mean, have an opportunity to be even mentioned with those guys is a blessing, and have an opportunity to share Pro Bowl fields with those guys, conversations, with Champ, Darrell, very in the latter part of his career when he was with Tampa. Wish I had an opportunity to chop it up with him when he was with the Jets in his heyday. Um, but time, fly right in front of your eyes. And obviously, me and Richard Sherman being in the same draft class in 2011, and we
Yeah.
saw each other an awful lot.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And just having the opportunity to watch his career flourish and also be able to push one another, to those limits to be even considered to be one of the number ones in our era. So it was definitely a blessing to be around those guys, sharing the field with those guys, being in conversations year after year, who's the best cornerback, even Joe Hayden. He's one of those guys as well. So it was always fun summers, after the season, getting fan votes and the analysts and, everyone, putting their 2 cents into it. So, I had a good run at it. It was year after year after year that, I was considered one of those guys. So, we'll see where it lands me.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Pat P, get those Ric Flairs. Keep those Ric Flairs coming. Rick is here. All right, he's here. All right, Mongo, I'll throw it to you real quick.
I'll go the other side of the coin. Talk to me about some of the wide receivers from your era, and does anyone stand out particularly, memorably as a headache you had to deal with?
For sure.
Oh, man. I mean, all of them, because I had one of the hardest jobs, on Sundays, each and every time on Wednesday, game planning, the top of game planning, I knew exactly what it was. The other 10 players on the defense knew exactly what it was. It was going to be a heavyweight bout between me and their number one receiver. So each and every week I had no days, I had no Sundays off, I had no plays off. I had to learn and know each and every move that my guy was doing. So all of them was tough because every last one of them presented a different set of problems. So obviously, it's on record. I had the opportunity to go against Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, since college, AJ Green. Uh, who else we got? Um, Chad. I didn't have an opportunity to go against Chad Johnson, but I wish I had an opportunity to go against Chad. Antonio Brown. You got Stevie Johnson. What's my man name out of not San Francisco, but the Chargers, San Diego Chargers. He just passed, man. Vincent Jackson. Vincent Jackson was a dog. Man, there's so many guys I just can't think of right now, but that was kind of like the golden era of receivers as well. It was a certain prototype, like a size, a physical stature that GMs was looking for between the 2011 up until about 2018. They had to be big. They wanted to be strong. They had to, jump out of the building. They wanted guys who looked like Julio Jones and Megatron. So those are the type of guys, challenges I was faced up against each and every Sunday.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. A name that I think you had misheard me. I said Dez Bryant from the Dallas Cowboys.
Dez Bryant as well. I forget about Dez Bryant. That's another one.
Oh man, you guys had some wars, man. I remember we played you a few times when Dez was with the team. Toward the end of the Romo era, through the Romo era into the beginning of the Dak era. And there's one player in particular that I haven't given you stuff for, but I'm definitely gonna give you stuff for here. It was a Monday night game. I believe it was 2017, Dak's second year. And on Monday night game, yep. Oh my goodness, yep.
Yeah, he talked me up.
Dez caught it over the middle in the red zone. He hit you with the yin yang real quick, and then it took like half your secondary to try to keep him, and they couldn't keep him out of the end zone.
He still scored.
He still scored. Talk about going up against Dez Bryant, man. You guys had some battles.
Dez Bryant was he was one of those pit bulls. He was like a Stevie Smith.
Oh yeah. Dom DeMarco.
Those guys had that pit bull mentality at the receiver position. You know what I mean? So every time I knew I was going up against Dez Bryant, I knew that it was going to be 3 routes that he was going to run. It was either going to be a slant, a back shoulder fade, or like a quick hitch.
Yep.
Like or a dig if he's backside of 3-by-1,
right?
Especially if he give you that inside stem. So I knew he was only running those 4 routes. So if I get hands on him at the line of scrimmage, I can be pretty good. But being Dez, being that pit bull that he is, he wants that contact. He wants you to initiate contact to where he can now, maneuver your body or find ways, his savvy vet ways, to get on the top shoulder.
Yeah.
So and that's something that I like doing as well. I like the physical part, of bump and run. So that particular play, I was off. We was in the red zone.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what defense we were in, but I think we was in the quarters. And like number 2 ran like a 7 route, and Dez came up and ran it like kind of stuttered at 3 yards and ran a like a sharp end, and I can't remember who even was a quarterback. I don't think Dak even played.
I think it was for us. It was Dak did play. I remember that game. Dak played. Carson Palmer was your quarterback. Carson Palmer was your quarterback.
Carson was our quarterback.
Yeah, but Dak played. That was Dak's second year because Dak's rookie year was 2016.
I wasn't sure if Dak was a quarterback.
Yeah, it was his second year. I remember.
But yeah, Dak put it on Dez. Right between the hashes and the numbers. He came up. I thought out because he was trying to avoid the linebacker.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to have like a clean shot on him, and he kind of like hit the brakes, and there I go. And there's Bryant.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I remember it was that one. I remember I think Dez's second year, it was in the red zone. You guys played also in Arizona. He caught you there, but for the most part, it was like y'all better.
I'm gonna tell you the game that probably that I hated the most. My rookie year, I think it was my rookie year, maybe my second year. That was a slugfest. We won that game in overtime.
Yes, walk off. You had a walk off. Your running back caught it.
We won that one in overtime. A screenplay about 68 yards.
Yeah. Kevin Cobb was your quarterback.
Yep. I remember that game because I had a couple big plays in that game, like some really big plays. But the game I'm going back to was 2014. The reason this game was so big to me, I'm mad I gave up this garbage ass touchdown. But we had just played Oakland, so I had just found out I had got diagnosed with diabetes, so I had to go through all this medical shit, and get all my levels back under control.
Right.
And now we head to Dallas, And prior to that, like coach was even thinking about not even dressing me for the game, for the Oakland game. So I'm like, man, I don't know that because I didn't know what was going on in my body. I was like, man, I don't know what the hell is going on in my body, but we need to figure this shit out because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I ain't trying to miss no football. So we ended up having I had a good game against Oakland because it was the Oakland Raiders at the time. And then we came back, went and saw the docs, got everything under control. So I started feeling normal. And now we head to Dallas. 4 o'clock game
Yeah.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm geeked up. I'm like, nah, I kind of got my mind right. And to Dad's credit, he didn't have his quarterback. But hell, I didn't give a damn.
Savage.
The game still got to be played.
Yeah, yeah. We had our backup that day, I remember. But you went off. You and Honey Badger shut us down that day. You guys shut us down, man. Oh man.
So we ended up playing. I think Dez had maybe like 6 targets before the garbage touchdown.
Yeah.
No touchdowns. I should have had an interception. Comes down to fourth quarter, 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's maybe 4th down, I'm thinking. I can't remember. It was a garbage time.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So they end up throwing a back shoulder fade, and I'm all over this. I have no idea how you caught this. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I get to the sideline.
Savage.
Goes, man. Shit, man, I'm sorry. I fucked up your perfect game.
It was savage. I even remember your reaction. Like, Dez didn't even celebrate because it was a garbage time touchdown. I remember afterward, you clapped your hands. You were just like, you didn't want him to get anything that day.
Right.
Because I think you remembered he had scored on you a couple years before. But, oh, man. Like, see, man, memory sharp. Pat P, the man, the GOAT. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We know you're on a time constraint. We're gonna hold you for about 5-10 more minutes, and then we're gonna let you go. Yep. Real quick, Mongo, you got something for him, and then we're gonna do a quick rapid fire with him.
Yeah, we left one wide receiver off the board.
Okay.
And I think
Talk to me.
I think it's a pretty important one. It's one of your buddies. We haven't talked about Larry Fitzgerald here yet.
Okay, yeah.
Man,
Fitz.
he don't count.
What?
I mean, go ahead. What you say?
What's he like as a teammate? What's that? That's got to be intense.
Yeah, what's Fitz like?
How's that?
Oh man, Fitz is the best, man. You know, he's that guy. When I first got drafted, he was the guy who picked me up. My then girlfriend, who is my wife now, going on 12 years this year.
Round of applause for wifey.
Yeah, he was the one who picked us up, him and Adrian Wilson, and just showed us the ropes, the ups and downs throughout Arizona, throughout the valley, how to be a pro, how to conduct yourself day in and day out. Always understand there's always eyes on you. Respecting everyone that you come across, just things like that. And as far as to other people, he was the same way, always having a open arm policy. If someone needs somewhere to eat during the holiday season, his house is always open. If anyone needs someone to stay, the rookies and things like that, his house is always open. So he's that guy that always that was helping to the young guys and whoever else needed it. Because Larry is, he was the cornerstone of that franchise for so many years.
Facts,
and
but big facts.
Why that franchise, in my opinion, have so many fans is because of Larry. The global face and personality that he has.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna hit this last question here, and then we're gonna get you out of here with some rapid fire. I gotta ask, the current cornerbacks in the game today, and man, we're in another golden era of not just receivers, including this upcoming draft, this past draft class, but the current corners in the game. I'm talking about the Jalen Ramseys, the Pat Surtain Juniors, the Trey Diggs. There's just so many to name.
So many of them.
It's just too many. Joey Porter Jr., who were teammates with. There's just so many. How do you feel about the current crop of corners right now in the game right now?
In a really good position, man. There's so many young guys that you can just rip off, like AJ Terrell,
from Atlanta,
Matt Campbell from Jacksonville. But just like you said, you got Joey. It's the OG of that group is Jalen.
Yeah.
You got Darius Slay as well, who's still playing. Obviously, he's around my age, but Patrick Surtain is going to be a household name. Trey Diggs, he's coming back off of his ACL. McDuffie
Oh
from
yeah,
Kansas City,
yeah.
who's been playing some big boy ball.
And he put the Niners in that
Um,
seatbelt in the Super Bowl. He put that
No doubt.
seatbelt.
I
That
mean,
seatbelt was on. We
everybody
talked about it
who-
after the Super Bowl.
throughout that whole playoff run.
Yeah,
So even probably the last 6 games of the season, like he played at an all pro level,
facts.
week in and week out. Let me see who else we're missing. I mean, so many good young guys out there right now, man. I hate not having a list in front of me to really rip them off, but those are the names right now that I can think of. But like I said, the cornerback room, as far as a whole in the NFL, is in very, very good hands. I'm just excited to see when that price tag gonna go back up now, because hell,
Oh, it's coming.
they actually need guys to guard people who are making $30+ million a year. Hey, they need to be compensated the same way.
Listen, there's a reason why Dallas made sure to get Trey Diggs' deal done first. I think he got about 100 M's, somewhere around 60 to 70 guaranteed, because it's only going up. Like you said, the receivers are going up, but the corners are going up too. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Round of applause, man. Pat P's in the building. We're going to wrap here. We know you got to let you go. You got date night with wifey. Don't want to mess that up.
Yep.
But we're going to wrap it up with some rapid fire. This episode of Rapid Fire is brought to you by All Things Covered. Well, my main man Patrick Peterson and Brian McFadden, and your boy who produces it full time. Available everywhere where you can get your podcast, streaming everywhere. Of course, Bravery Studios, the home base, and of course the merch. Grab the merch, Pat P. We're gonna hook you up with some merch. I'm gonna tell you what I told Brian McFadden. I need that autographed jersey. I need it. It's not negotiable. It's coming to the crib. I think Mongo might need one too. We need that autograph. We need that in the man cave. Need that.
Gotcha.
Yahtzee. My man. All right, so rapid fire. You can go rogue, Mongo. Ask away. We'll get you with a couple, and then we'll let you go.
I'm going rogue. This was one of my questions that didn't get asked, so I'll make it a rapid fire. Hey, who'd you have as your number one cornerback in the 2024 NFL draft?
Man, Margo, I'm not hipped into the young guys right now.
Fair enough.
But I will say the kid from, I don't know any names. I can tell you the team. I think he played for Clemson.
Oh, was it Nate Wiggins? Was it the one we had on the show?
Yes.
Yeah, Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins. Yeah, we had him on the show. Yeah.
Name or no name, that's a
Yeah.
real good choice.
Good choice.
Yeah, and not only that, I haven't had, like I said, Margo, I haven't had the opportunity to really digest like guys in college. But now, we'll see what the next couple months bring me.
Yeah.
I may have to start digesting those guys in college. If they don't play for LSU, I really don't know them.
Homer through and through. All right, Mongo, that's another one.
All right. Hey, what's your favorite word of all time, and what's your least favorite word of all time?
Favorite word?
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow.
Everyone loves that question.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think I got to think of this one. Favorite word?
Well, while you're thinking, spoiler, your co-host gave us a phrase. If you'd like to,
You can throw a phrase too. For BMAC, it was no question.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it's either no question or got it.
Got it. Okay, you can take got it since he took no question. Got you. And your least favorite word or phrase. I got to amend that.
Right.
Least favorite word or phrase.
My least favorite, I'll probably say when dang-gummit.
Sounds like something.
Just because when I'm saying that means my daughters them done did something wrong.
Oh.
So that's why it's my least favorite word.
Foghorn Leghorn from the Looney Tunes. He gives you 2 thumbs up. All right.
Yahtzee.
We'll keep it going. Favorite quarterback you ever intercepted?
Tom Brady.
Oh, nice. Here's some savages. Yes.
We're thinking creepily alike here.
Yeah, we are.
Coach from your era you wish you could have played for.
Ooh.
Coach from my era that I wish I would have played for. Andy Reid.
Oh yeah,
that's a good choice.
You'd have definitely got a couple rings had you played for Eddie Reid. That goes without saying. Let's keep it going here. Gonna take this one from the BMAC episode as well. One quarterback to win you a Super Bowl. You're down in the fourth quarter. You need a fourth quarter drive, game-winning drive. Who you picking? Brady, Mahomes, or Big Ben?
Both of those boys, all three of those guys are comeback artists. And when the game on the line, you can't go wrong with neither one of them. But I'm going to go with the young blood, Patty Mahomes.
Go Patty, yeah. Patty Mahomes. That makes sense. Michael, throw to you.
All right. Here we go. Other than football, what's your favorite sport to watch? You can give me a couple if you want.
Man, I do. I love watching sports. So I go UFC.
All right.
I love watching pickleball now.
It's right up your alley.
Very interesting. I mean, also it's kind of hard, especially the really good people.
Yeah,
it's kind of difficult for it's kind of it gets boring watching the rallies. But I like singles more than doubles. Because you can, they say when you're in doubles, those are for lazy people. Singles for the more athletic people. I don't know, but that's what they say. I do like watching pickleball. I love watching golf. Bass fishing. I don't know if that's considered a sport though.
Yeah. It's competitive. It's competitive. I'll allow it.
Yep, bass fishing. And since I have two daughters, I have to watch cheer competitions every now and then. So I go to them as well. So
dad life, girl dad life, love it. All right, two more, and then we're gonna get you out of here. Who'd be a tougher matchup one-on-one out of these three receivers? CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, and Justin Jefferson. You're one-on-one. You're on an island, and you're in your prime too.
Yep.
We're talking prime P.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Justin. Just because, man, Justin is so elusive, and he gives the DB so many illusions to think that he's doing something that he's really not. And that is like as a defensive back, like we try to look for clues to help us jump certain things, help us jump routes, or to help put us in position to make plays. And Justin just does the total opposite. And just when he's just at the line of scrimmage and trying to, and I had the opportunity to go up against him in 2 years when I was in Minnesota. So the way he's able to maneuver his body at the line of scrimmage, dip his shoulder, make his numbers disappear. I know a lot of people may not know about that, but when guys are lined up at the line of scrimmage, most guys just like to shake their shoulders. But with Justin, he do a good job of when I say making his number disappear, getting skinny. Making it a harder surface. A much more narrow surface for the defender to punch, to get a good, punch on. And most guys just don't do that. And he's one of the ones that is really, really good at it. Keenan Allen is another one.
Yeah, facts.
OG of the game. But he will be the one because I think he just presents so many more problems than the other two guys. And not saying those guys are not great in their own right, and those guys are special.
Yeah.
Like CeeDee is one of those guys. I feel like CeeDee is a guy who, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even trying to get no clickbait.
The more the better, Aaron. The more the better.
Yeah, but CD. Last year, I feel that he started to become into his own.
I agree with that.
I really feel like last year he started to earn his stripes, really solidifying himself as the number one receiver. As they tried to push him to be, since he's been there, I feel like last year he took that leap. Justin, day one, he was already number one guy.
Oh, facts.
Very
facts.
True.
Big facts.
You know what I mean?
Big facts.
And he's been keeping that same energy that he came into the league with.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
Keep that same
And
energy.
AJ Brown.
That would have been like you and Dez, honestly. You and AJ Brown.
Right.
I think that would have been like a Dez fight because AJ Brown's not a big router, but he's got sneaky speed,
exactly.
but power. Like he wants to out physical you. But that's the type of game you want, though.
Exactly. Even I go even back. To me, he has much more of a Julio Jones.
Oh, facts.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Keep
You know what I
that
mean?
same
So
energy.
He's one of those guys, like you said. He's not going to route you up, but he's going to use his power and his body to get open, like a Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Like Terrell Owens ran great routes.
Yeah.
But he was one of those guys. He understood what his body frame did for him.
Facts.
To shield, the defenders from getting the ball. But Justin got the all around game. Like he's one of those guys that he has deceptive speed. He has solid hands, great route runner, and all of that in the KFC bucket.
Don't worry, they're all getting bags. AJ just got his bag. CD's about to get his bag. Jamar Chase is about to get his bag. Jefferson, they all got the same agent too, so he's about to be caking. So Mongo, take it on home, and then we'll get Pat P up out of here.
So, you and Bryant McFadden end up meeting in the World Series of Arm Wrestling. It's the finals. It's a best of 7. How does that play out?
B-Mac's gonna win.
How many games?
B-Mac might sweep me.
Oh wow! So full disclosure, B-Mac said the same thing last week.
Nah, because like B-Mac knows I'm not really a real big weightlifter. Like I'm real big on cardio. Like I'm real big on my shape. I'm real big on lasting, until the fourth quarter. That's why I've been able to play 97% of my career snaps.
Keep that same energy.
Let me get your lick back before we get back. Let me get your lick back. One-on-one reps. Like say 5 reps. B-Mac's got to catch a pass on you. How many passes?
B-Mac not catching no damn pass on me, man. You ain't even got to spend a day. B-Mac not catching no pass on me, man. It's not happening.
He's not catching the damn. Oh man! Round of applause. Patrick Peterson, future Hall of Famer. Listen, I'm coming to Kenton. You go in, you bring your boy.
Man, if that happens, you got my word, bro.
Yeah. I'll bring you too, Mongo. I'll bring you too, dog.
I'm coming in your luggage.
Yes. So,
hey, man, I ain't give you no +1. I said you got that.
I met on my phone.
Hey, you got Mark. Yeah, you got FaceTime him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. You didn't let me finish. We're virtual. I got messed up with the connection.
Still the closest I'm ever going to get. Never going to get closer than that.
Oh man, I love it. But yes, Patrick Peterson, future Hall of Famer, All-Pro, one of the best, and not just an All-Pro player. You're an All-Pro guy, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tell you what I told Brian McFadden. It is an honor and joy to work with you guys on the pod. Appreciate you, man. Love you, man. Appreciate it so much, man. So I can't say enough. So, but where can people find you? And then you can be on your way.
Man, you already know All Things Covered, baby, on all YouTube podcasts. Where you listen to podcasts, you can find us there, man. And hell, we'll see here in a couple months if I'm on the team or not. If not, you may find me on your closest tube near you.
Don't worry, you go to Dallas, man. I'll put a call in for you, man. Go to Dallas. Go help out Trey Diggs. We need a depth.
Do that for you boys. That's what I want, man.
Yes, sir.
I want to fulfill my dream. Playing 14 seasons in the NFL, that was my goal of the minimum that I wanted to play. And I'm one short right now, so we'll see what happens.
No doubt. Round of applause. Pat, you can sign off. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Anytime, baby.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks, Patrick.
Mongo, what's up, dog?
Hey, I'm doing great.
How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing amazing. That is a lineup right there.
Woo. Man, like who haven't we had on this show, man? This is bananas. Just had Pat P on. Golly, what else? I just got decompressed. Give me some Ric Flairs. Give me some Bailey Yahtzees. Let me decompress. But
you go, boy.
But yeah, bro. I mean, we can hit the draft. I mean, we finish up on the draft recap.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Now the dust is settled. Caleb Williams just got named starter. Who else is going to start?
Crazy. Surprise.
Surprise. How do you feel about the NFC North coming into this season with the draft's dust settled?
So I got to be honest. I'm not 100% sure if I buy into Green Bay not having some sort of setback. They are getting a ton of hype. And I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they're going to suddenly go 2-15 or something. But when you look at how many teams traditionally just fall out of the playoffs each year, and you look at who to me seems fairly bulletproof. The Eagles have gotten better. San Francisco is coming back. We know that. Someone's got to win the South.
Yeah.
There's only so many chairs.
Savage.
So I think the Lions run away with it. I really do. My opinion of the quarterback situation.
What, JJ Purdy? Brock Montana 5.0? Of course. How could you not?
Absolutely. And then, I think Caleb Williams is good. I mean, he's Caleb freaking Williams. He's Seth freaking Rollins.
It's like the Seth Rollins of football. Got you.
But I don't think he's going to take the world by storm. I really don't. And I think by Thanksgiving we're discussing who's Detroit playing in the playoffs. I think this is pretty easy for them.
Do you think it's a 2-team race though? Do you think it's going to be Detroit and Green Bay all year, or do you think that the Vikings with Brock Montana 2.0, 5.0, you think they're going to have a say in it? Do you think the Bears are going to have a say in it? Might maybe sneak in as a wild card? Do you see any surprises?
We're going to spend more time. I'm looking right at you. Looking right at you right here. We're going to spend more time discussing Vikings versus Packers for a wild card spot than we are anyone versus Lions.
I like that.
One horse race.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Got a couple more minutes here. Sports Talk special edition. Patrick Peterson was here. He was here. He was here,
and he's incredible.
And he was awesome too. Love you, dog. Appreciate it.
Gannon.
I think it's about that time for a pipe bomb. Right. I think we've waited long enough. Can I get the CM pipe bombs? Get them going. Break the button. Just hold on. I'm gonna get some trolleys. I'll be back. Goodness. Oh man, this pipe bomb is brought to you by New York Posse. Have yourself some official New York Posse merch at American Dream Mall as well as online. Link below. Things Galore at Etsy. My brother's AI-inspired art company. Get yourself some fine leather bags or canvas art. AI-inspired. Love you, dog. And of course, Bravery Studios, the home base. Got to. As well as Exposed with Ash, First Place, Second Place podcast, the Mina Mendoza Show, the Mind Mix Show. There's so many shows, all the shows. The Chris Apollo Podcast Experiment, Free Gems, We Outside. It's like the Marvel Universe, just about to have Bravery Plus, like streaming pretty soon with all the shows.
Love it.
Yeah, so I gotta look at my camera right here. Are the Cowboys gonna pay Dak Prescott? Are they gonna pay him?
I don't know if the Cowboys realize the season start. I don't know if they know how the fiscal calendar works. Are they going to do anything? I mean, Zeke walked through the door because they never took his keys back, and that's about all that happened. It's incredible how little they are doing. It's unbelievable how little Dallas seems to be aware that they're in a division with a really tough team and two teams that, like or hate what Washington and the Giants did. They did a whole lot, right?
They did.
And Dallas we're Dallas. We'll be good.
Yeah, we're good. I feel like the all-in lie. I love the way I use that clip too this week too with the old man nonsense, lunatic nonsense. I love that. That's got to be a drop. But you summed it up perfectly. They went all in with the draft, which is what they always do. Mm-hmm. And we mentioned it last week when BMAC was on. I love what they did with the draft. I love that they refortified the offensive line. I asked for that.
For sure.
I love that they took the linebacker position seriously. I asked for that. The running back, I think as a whole, I'm so excited for our offensive line.
Oh yeah,
I really am. Like we both love ourselves some Cooper Beebe. Like we mentioned it. You got the Cooper Beebe beard going. I mean we're for sure. Like that's great and everything. But Dallas Cowboys, you need to make some time before week 1 because if Dak Prescott is not signed before week 1, he might be as good as gone because they're not going to sign him during the regular season.
Right.
Like those days are done. You know what I mean? Sign your quarterback. All right. And I don't want to hear this. Listen, CeeDee Lamb is going to get his bag. You've been trying to do these fiscal gymnastics for all these years with the salary cap, with the cap. We can't sign Derrick Henry because of the cap. We can't do this because of the cap. We can't keep this guy because of the cap. Was it for this though? This is what it was for, right? Because if it wasn't to push all this money back and not push money back and do all this, if it wasn't to re-sign your quarterback, then why'd you do it, right? And again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. If the Cowboys let this man get the free agency, Dak Prescott will be the most sought-after free agent quarterback since Peyton Manning.
What a disaster.
Yes, play that again. Give me another Joe Beningo.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate you, Joe. So Cowboys, stop playing yourselves. Pay the man his money. Give me keep that same energy. I know you got it back there. Give me keep that same energy. Yes, and pay your quarterback.
Keep that same energy.
And here's the thing. You're not the Jets. The Jets hit on a draft pick so rarely that we could literally just keep paying Quinnen Williams until the world runs out of money.
Facts.
Because we it's that rare. And so if you're the Jets, you can't necessarily put yourself in a position where you're like, well, we've paid too many guys. Now we're going to need to complement with rookies, right? They have to be careful about their fiscal responsibilities. If the Cowboys can't use, we can't pay too many guys as an excuse, because if they have to find themselves in a position where there are whatever, 12, 15, 20 rookie contracts, strewn about that team, they make it work.
Facts.
Because they're actually pretty darn good at finding talent deeper in the draft. So they have no excuses as to how top heavy they can make their money.
Exactly. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can look at San Francisco's situation. They see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know they're going to have to pay Mongo's favorite quarterback, Brock Montana, $50 to $60 million down the pike. And trust me, this is the last year the Avengers are going to be constructed. All right? Debo, someone's going to be gone. Or Ayuk, someone will be gone from the Avengers. You don't draft the way they did at wide receiver. They took 2 wide receivers this year. They're not about to pay Debo, Ayuk, 2 rookie wide receivers, and George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey all the Avenger money in the world and still have money to pay Trent Williams as well as Brock Purdy and God knows who else, Jerry Rice in retirement. Like, they are going to begin to start to lose their Avengers. The Cowboys don't have that issue. They don't. They've paid most of their front end guys, and again, they rely so heavily on the draft, and it's set up that way. That, listen, we've got 4 to 5 core guys. We pay them, and then we just keep drafting and keep signing undrafted free agency. We don't touch free agency because we can't do that. They're like Brian Cashman on steroids. Like the way Brian Cashman is with the luxury tax, that's how Stephen Jones is with the salary cap. Like it's like the boogeyman. But miss me with they don't have any money. If they don't sign him, they're choosing not to sign him. Not they can't afford him.
100%.
And I've been saying that since day one, 10 toes down. So we'll see. We're going to do our pre-show. The next time we'll get together for football talk will be our annual pre-show. We'll either do that at Chop Studios again, or we'll get Chop to come here. That's going to be lovely. But hopefully they pay the man before that. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be great. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got about 6 more minutes. How about we do some little rapid fire part 2 on the spot? But we'll do it elongated since we got more time. Give me your Mount Rushmore of cornerbacks.
My Mount Rushmore of cornerbacks.
Give me 2 Mount Rushmores. Give me an all-time, and give me currently. So give me 2. So give me 2 Mount Rushmore of cornerbacks.
Oh, jeebus. Well, we're gonna put Darrelle Revis and Deion Sanders on there. We're gonna start with that. We are. And this may have to be the first ever ongoing throughout. Let me think about this.
Working list.
We got 2 things going. I'm gonna have to go team by team and work through this. But those 2 are definitively on that. Hey, listen, not just because he was on the show, but you got to make a case for Patrick Peterson.
How could you not?
Sorry.
How could you not?
He's up there. Wow. Come back to me as we're going. We'll work our way through.
I'll go with my current because my all time's a little harder. But currently, of course, Jalen Ramsey, Trey Diggs. I'm gonna start right there. I'm gonna go with Pat Surtain. I love what he's doing out there in Denver. So those 3 are locked up. That fourth spot, because I want to get a young gunner in there, but at the same time I want to get an established guy in there. So man, my fourth spot is kind of like the last member of the NWO. It's kind of like the big question mark. It's kind of going to be a working list for me too. But
sure,
those three are locked in for me. Revis Island, not Revis. Sorry, Ramsey Island. Give me another Kevin Nash.
It's back together.
Got to get my man Trey Diggs. Got to get my man Jalen Ramsey, and got to get my man Pat Surtain. Those three are for me are locked in.
I'll tell you. So I'll try to go to YouTube, and if we don't finish before the end of this episode, I'll comment on the what my list is. But here's how you know what I'm about to say about the sadness of this particular franchise I'm about to mention. Instead of going through the teams and going Jets, Patriots, Bills, I'm sitting there going, who are some of the old guys the Commanders paid way too much money to when they were about 34?
Deion Sanders is on that list.
I feel like that's where you find the legends. Find guys who ended their career getting overpaid by Washington, and that's about where you start.
Yeah. That's a savage right there. That's some savagery. I love it. We'll keep it going. Gotta talk about Yankees real quick.
Okay,
gotta get to those.
we're going super road.
Yeah,
Wow,
let's go super road.
Like it.
Let's end with the Yanks, man. They're still playing out of their minds, man. A little rough patch there with the Baltimore series, but we're going to play them a billion. Well, we're not going to play them as many times because they cut down on the divisional head-to-heads, right?
Which is a bit of a shame because we could really use 40 against the Blue Jays. So keep those coming.
Oh man,
keep those coming.
Blow those up, man.
Although we could use 20 against the Astros, to be honest.
Yeah,
who saw that coming? I mean, that's wild.
That wasn't on my bingo card. Like I thought we'd split with them, but dominance. So my thing with you is it's still going to be blow for blow, head to head with us and Baltimore. I think Baltimore's a little bit better hitting wise. Mm-hmm. I feel like when Cole comes back, I feel like we'll see, and I think Martian's going to sneak back into the lineup in the summer. I feel like when we're absolutely whole and they're absolutely whole, shocker, I think we're a little bit better than them. I think we're even, but I'm talking in a best of 7 series, their 4 best against our 4 best, their lineup against our lineup. I like our chances right now. And a big, the X factor for me, it's Verdugo. Yeah. Verdugo is the X factor for the Yankees right now. I don't know, it's very easy to say Soto. Steve chose
close.
As always, yeah. I think it's shared. I think it's like 60-40. It's 60 Soto, but that 40%, and that to me, that's going to be the deciding factor if we get over the hump and finally get Judge a ring. If Verdugo continues to be what he's been his whole career, timely hitting, great glove, a dog in a locker room that galvanizes guys, man, I think he might be the deciding factor for the Yankees.
Yeah, no, I agree. And they're the Yankees, right? The home runs are going to come, or they're going to bring somebody up Shane Spencer style who's going to hit 8 home runs in a week.
The fact something wonky like that.
The guys on the local radio were criticizing their offense. We literally spent the entirety of the spring saying this isn't sustainable because the offense is bad. I go the other way with it. The offense will happen because Brian Cashman won't let it not happen, right? A Yankee ticket is too valuable for there not to be offensive fireworks. They'll find a way to get bats in the lineup. But we have not had a defense you can't take an extra base on in forever. Possibly forever. There was that game a couple Sundays ago where the bottom part of their lineup it was that one where they absolutely annihilated the Brewers.
Yeah.
And it was the bottom part of their lineup. I mean, there was one inning where I forget exactly who it was, but it was Trevino, Verdugo, and one of the young infielders. 2 of them got on via walk, 1 got on via single. They all moved up on a wild pitch. When was the last time every Yankee had the ability to take an extra base if they needed to? That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Even Stanton, who's obviously the old man at this point, regardless of what age says, managed to say, all right, even I should get a tiny bit more athletic, right?
Yeah.
And so the athleticism is up, the defense is way up, the critical hitting, especially Verdugo, we've talked about that before, is way up, and so the things that you don't expect a Yankee team to find a way to get are there. The things that you just kind of know come as free spaces on the Yankee bingo card, they're free. They'll come back. Don't worry. Aaron Judge is going to hit home runs. That is going to happen.
And he's been hot.
We can all relax on that. So
yeah.
The fact that the things you couldn't count on seem to actually be sustainable, I'm really in on this Yankee team.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can I get Let's Go Yankees? I know it's back there because it's in the folder, but Steve will find it. But I'm excited, man. about like Judge is hitting now, and we knew it was going to happen. Like we said this like in a few episodes back. We're just like, Judge isn't going to go 150 for the entire season. Like he's going to start raking, and he's raking. I saw a stat with Soto. He's the last Yankee to hit for his average, which is damn near 400 right now, with all these extra base hits and RBIs. He leads the team in just about everything. Well, there we go. The last Yankee to lead the team in all these major statistics that he leads them in, which is everything, including on base percentage and slug and everything. The last one to do it with 25 wins into the season was a guy, I think you might have heard of him, Babe Ruth.
Pretty nice name. Pretty familiar guy.
So he's been as advertised. Again, we'll get to the offseason when it gets there, but Cashman's got to sign this guy.
No, absolutely. And I'll tell you why you need to sign him. And just to finish the thought on the Yankees versus the Orioles, it goes back to what I was saying about the Chiefs during the playoffs, right? When I was, not to brag, but I'm going to brag. I was the one who kept saying, the Chiefs have Mahomes, the other teams don't. Why are you people not picking the Chiefs? And it's the same thing here. When Baltimore meets the Yankees, listen, I think Baltimore is a very good young team, but who up and down that roster do you say that's either A, that's someone who's been there, or B, that's a name that's proven themselves consistently in and out, right? They're just too young. And they'll get there, right? They'll have their ups and how do they get there? By getting there, right? You keep at it, you keep knocking on the door, eventually you break through. But one team has Garrett Cole, one team does not, right?
Yep, one team has Aaron Judge and Soto, right. One team doesn't.
It's a small margin. It's not like all the Yankees have been to a World Series, but all you need is one guy pretty much with a ring on the Yankees, and that's more than the Orioles have. You know, they don't have someone's going to put in the comments like, their left-handed specialist has 3 World Series. You know, so you get my point, right? There's one guy on the Yankees who you go, I would trust that guy in any situation in the playoffs. And you look at the Orioles and you go, I could see a world where they beat the Yankees 17-2 in one playoff game, but bases loaded, 2 outs in the 9th. Do I have any reason to think Jordan Westburg is going to be better at that moment? No, I don't. I love Jordan Westburg, but I have no particular reason to have any faith in the Orioles yet.
Soto's got a ring. He wants another, and Lord knows Judge wants a ring, and I think he's got a shot to get one. He does. But yeah, round of applause. Bring it on home. This was epic, as always. Mongo, where can they find you?
On X at Mongo715. We have actually some breaking news going on behind the scenes at my other studio. I'm going to keep that under wraps for now, but keep an eye on this face because you might be seeing it in a new home soon where he doesn't know it yet, but we're going to invite this guy to be our first special guest.
Hey, big Yahtzee's there. Give me some Daily Yahtzee. The top shelf Yahtzee. We've got company. The best guy. And you know the vibes. U-Goboy88 on everything. IG, Facebook, TikTok, u-goboy.com. We're on Apple Podcast now.
Nice. Let's go.
Full episodes on YouTube, Spotify, as well as Apple Podcasts for the full library of episodes, all 45, soon to be 46. Of course, all things covered. Your boy's working on there too, so check out every single episode. The new episode with Michael Penix Jr. just dropped. And yes, I was dropping shorts before I got here, which is one of the reasons why I was running late. But yes, and of course, U-Goboy Music. We're gonna be dropping at least 2 new videos this summer. One of them is already shot and ready to go. Run It Up. The song is already out, so that's coming. And the sequel to Jonah the Great, Ezekiel. So that little jingle you hear at the end of shows, at the beginning of the shows, that's actually the beat for Ezekiel or Jonah the Great Part 2. Probably gonna be shooting that one in the summer or another one. Who knows? I change my mind all the time. But yeah. So new episodes, live shows. Grab the merch. Round of applause one more time for this guy right here, Mongolicious. For myself, for our guest, Pat P. And we're going to take it on home like this. That's the belt. Cody Rhodes has that one. That's the belt. Bret Hart actually had that one. And Sting had that one. Who would have thought it? That's Mongo! Steve's behind the boards. He's on the boards. He's got a beard. I'm U-Goboy. We love you guys. Yahtzee.
Love y'all.
Yahtzee.
Whoa. Hey, this a vibe, nigga. Whoa. Woo. Secure the bag, I need more. Ayy, 3P, Jordan, whoa. Woo, I can't keep it on a low. It's a whole vibe. vibe, this a whole vibe. I don't need a plug, no cosign. Thinking out loud, that's a gold mine. Mask on, yeah, COVID-19. Baby mama, yeah, looking like Rihanna. Rest in peace to George, rest in peace Brianna. Still kicking like Van Damme with my niggas in Amsterdam.
You go, boy.
Yahtzee.